Tesla's first official Chinese name, brace yourself, it was Tuosule. And no, Elon Musk didn't wake up one morning and think that was a good idea. It was forced on him by a cosmetics businessman. Yep, a high-end electric car brand, stuck with a name that sounded like a budget knockoff. And the story? It's part corporate drama, part legal chess match. November 2013, Beijing Parkview Green 芳草地, the city's ultra-trendy landmark. Tesla's very first mainland China store quietly opens. A few pristine Model S sedans sit in the showroom, like messengers from the future. Price tag? About $250,000, over 1.5 million Chinese yuan. Back then, for most people, that was astronomical. And today, the numbers haven't come back down to earth. Thanks to US-China tariff tensions, the Model S and Model X were never built locally, and by now, they've been put from sale in China entirely. For a while, I could even joke. It's not that I can't afford one. They are just not selling them anymore. But in 2013, that sky-high price didn't scare off China's wealthy. If anything, it fueled a frenzy. 2 months before the store even opened, the first batch of Model S orders had already been locked in. The real media explosion came on April 21, 2014, Elon Musk's first trip to China. He stayed at the boutique Eclat Hotel, right above the showroom. Instantly, the place was mobbed with cameras and fans. The next day, Tesla's first China delivery ceremony. 15 first batch customers, 8 of them in Beijing to get their keys directly from Musk himself. Among those first owners, Li Xiang, a man who would later start Li Auto. And through other delivery arrangements, Li Bin and Lei Jun could go on to found NIO and Xiaomi EV. In other words, Musk was putting Teslas into hands of men who would one day become his fiercest Chinese rivals. The moment wasn't just a handover, it was Tesla's true launch in mainland China and the planting of a seed. Within years, those some men would be leading brands building their own Tesla killers. On the same day, Tesla also lit up its very first mainland supercharger station, 135 kilowatts, 200 kilometers of range in just 20 minutes. Back in 2014, that was sci-fi. Fast forward to July 2025, Tesla's total deliveries in China have topped 2.54 million cars. And yes, I've chipped in my tiny share with my modest auto industry salary. Supercharger stations over 11,700 now, with the next generation V4 already rolling out. But rewind to 2014, and things looked very different. If you bought a Tesla in China, your vehicle registration didn't say Tesla, it said Tuosule. Why? A trademark war, eerily like Apple's iPad case in China. Rewind to 2006. Tesla was barely staying afloat in the US, and in China, businessman Zhan Baosheng made his move. September 2006, he personally applied for the Tesla trademark in China, locking down the auto industry's key category, Class 12, subgroups 12, 02, 03, and 04. By 2009, it was officially approved, valid through 2019. Zhan Baosheng didn't stop there. In 2007 and 2009, he registered the Chinese Tuosule, Tesla Motors, and even Tesla's T logo, all under the same category and subgroups. And the domains: June 2006, tesla.com.cn, teslamotors.com.cn. and Tesla.cn, all locked under Zhang's name. And as if that wasn't enough, just months later, at the end of 2006, a man named Qiao Weiwei filed his own personal trademark applications for Tesla Motors, Chinese 特斯拉, and similar logos. His registrations landed in Class 12, but under subgroups 1201, 07, 09, and 10, trains, aircraft, ships, nothing to do with automobiles or their critical components in subgroup 1202, 03, and 04. Tesla would eventually buy Qiao's trademarks in 2013, giving them one legally protected Tesla-related mark in China, but one that offered zero protection for their core business, cars. Which meant that, by the time Musk's team even thought about entering China, they were triple-blocked. Car trademarks, English, Chinese, and logo locked. Domains locked. Industry sales rights locked as well. And that lock on the Chinese 特斯拉 name, that was the deepest cut. Tesla's very name is a tribute to the inventor of AC power, Nikola Tesla, whose Chinese name is 尼古拉特斯拉. And because of him, the name 特斯拉 was already a household word in China long before the cars ever arrived. If they couldn't use it in mainland China, they'd face a marketing nightmare, forced to push an unrelated name like Tuosule, losing instant brand recognition, starting from zero, and burning through massive ad budgets, all while weakening their image as Silicon Valley's great disruptor. Tesla's first step? Try registering Tesla themselves. 2009, rejected outright under China's first-to-file rule in Article 31 of the Trademark Law. Next step, buy it. Deep pockets. Problem solved, right? Wrong. 2012, Hong Kong. A Tesla VP offers $50,000 for the trademark. Rejected. 2013, Guangzhou. Former general manager of China region offers 2 million Chinese yuan. Rejected again. Instead, Zhang Baosheng proposes. Zhang Baosheng proposes. Let's cooperate. Oh, sorry, that's Russian. Let's cooperate. I'll invest 200 million Chinese yuan in exchange for one of your technologies. Turns out, Zhang Baosheng had a 10 billion Tesla dreams. He'd already poured millions into molds and designs, assembling a bizarre Tesla dream team. A cosmetic businessman, a mystery chief designer, an ordinary designer, and an Indian mold specialist. Real engineering capability, more PowerPoint than Powerhouse. Zhang Baosheng also knew Article 44's 3-year rule. If a trademark isn't used for 3 straight years, it can be revoked. So he scrambled to show use, launched a Tesla air freshener, claimed to have made and sold a Tesla e-bike, built scale electric car models, and in August 2013, rushed out a crude Tesla website claiming a new car would launch in a few months. It disappeared after 3 days, reappeared with a cosmetic redesign, and stayed mostly empty. But Zhang Baosheng's main business, still cosmetics. His Tesla dream had almost no real-world foundation, a farcical contrast to Tesla's billions in research and development. When private talks failed, Tesla went legal. 2013, they fired a triple legal salvo. March, applied to cancel under the 3-year non-use rule. April, filed a dispute request for outright invalidation. September 3rd, sued Zhang Baosheng in Beijing's 3rd Intermediate Court for copyright infringement and unfair competition, demanding he stop all use, publish a public statement, and pay 1.1 million Chinese yuan for copyright infringement, plus 3.1 million Chinese yuan for unfair competition. But lawsuits move slow, and the Chinese market won't wait. Tesla needed a way to get cars on the road fast. November 2013, they registered Tuosule Auto Sales Beijing Co. Limited, borrowing the Hong Kong phonetic name to sidestep the trademark minefield and secure the required 3C certification. It didn't take long for Zhang Baosheng to strike back. June 2014, he sued Tesla and Tuosule, demanding immediate halt to sales in China, closure of all stores, service centers, and superchargers, and to all advertising. Public apology, 23.94 million Chinese yuan in damages. The standoff went nuclear. Beijing's third intermediate court stepped in to mediate. And miracle! They reached a deal. Zhang Baosheng gave up all rights to Tesla, Tuosule, and related marks. Tesla dropped all claims for damages. From August 2014, the Tesla name was officially back to Tesla in China, but one little Easter egg remained. Due to production document delays, every Tesla built before July 2017 still shows Tuosule as the manufacturer on its plate and paperwork, the last physical trace of this trademark war.